Ben and I have decided to take a look at a game that is supposed to be one of the hardest games you can play nowadays. This is Titan Souls, which is available on Steam, PlayStation 4, and the PS Vita. Ben, you like hard games. What'd you think of Titan Souls?
Well, it's got Souls in the title. That gets me excited. I'm thinking,
Makes me nervous.
Dark Souls? Is this gonna be Demon Souls?
Titanfall?
What are we gonna get? And no, it's not a Souls game, even though it's got Souls in the title. It's not Titanfall, even though it's got Titan in the title. This is its own game. This is kind of a retro-looking game. Obviously, it's got 8-bit graphics. You're seeing it right now. And it actually has more in common with games like Shadow of the Colossus than any of the Dark Souls games, because it's all about taking down epic bosses.
And that's all it is. I mean, it's boss fight after boss fight after boss fight after boss fight. Every enemy in the game is a boss, which is
All
kind of
bosses.
crazy. But there is the fact that you only have 1 bit of health and 1 arrow.
Yes.
That's it.
You're basically the wimpiest hero in the history of video games.
Yeah.
You've got no
Like Link with
weapons.
half a heart.
Yeah, I mean, you've got one shot at killing these things. Now, you can call your arrow back, sort of
Summon it back.
like Thor. You do that thing, and here comes your hammer, but it's not a hammer, it's your arrow, and then you can shoot it again. And it's really all about learning where the weak point is for each boss, and then figuring out how to dodge its bazillion projectiles, all of its crazy moves, and getting to that one area where you have like a split second where you can shoot this arrow into its ass, or into its face,
Or into its eye.
or its face that looks like an or whatever, because they're really kind of creepy. Some of them get really
There's
weird.
assface.
And that's really all the game's about. And that kind of sounds a little boring until you start playing it and you realize it's challenging more than boring. It's a hard game.
There's no set path for you to go on, and you don't have to go to the fire area then the ice area. It's you never really get any stronger. You always have that 1 health and that 1 arrow. You can just explore into every area that's open and go ahead and fight a boss.
Yeah, I kind of had mixed feelings about that though, because I love the non-linearity. I love that you can kind of choose where you want to go. There really aren't many gates. There's a gate initially when you kill the first 4 bosses
Yeah.
to get into the harder part of the game, but then you can kind of wander around. I kind of felt like after killing some of these bosses though, the screen would light up, I would suck in
You
all their
gain something,
souls.
you're like,
Look at
yeah.
me! Look, I'm floating in the air like Magneto, and I land, and all I've got is my 1 arrow again, and my 1 health again, and I haven't gotten any abilities. There's something so rewarding about fighting these bosses that are so badass. And that moment where you shoot it, that moment of like, I gotta pull the arrow back now and shoot it, otherwise I'm gonna die. And it kind of slows you down and slows time down when you do that. And it's a really rewarding experience. And not a lot of games can pull that off. This game managed to do it. That's why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
I'm right there with you. 8 out of 10 from me.